Alabama State head football coach Reggie Barlow. Alabama State suffered a loss to Jackson State by a final score of 30-23. They will play at Arkansas Pine Bluff this weekend. The game can be seen on ESPN3 for a 4 p.m. kickoff. Coach Barlow, are you with us this morning?
Howdy.
Good morning, Coach. If you could talk about your game against Jackson State and preview Arkansas at Pine Bluff.
Game against Jackson State was it was a really fun game to be a part of. I thought you had two teams that were really competing. Kind of knew it was at stake. We never really played them. Well, we never played them this early in the season, and I've always had a lot of respect for that program and its rich tradition and the type of players that they have there, and the coach Kamaji. We knew it would be a tough game, and that we would have to, compete the entire game. We got off to a really good start, had some explosive plays by Isaiah, long touchdown run there, and scored. I think a big turn was right before the half. They shanked the punt. We get it on, I don't know, maybe like the 35 or something. And we wasn't able to come away with any points there. No touchdown, no field goal. We missed the field goal. Didn't really move the ball on offense. And they got the ball back, and they drove it down right before the half and scored a touchdown. And I think that kind of, well, I'm not going to say it swung again because our guys still came back out and competed in the second half. But I thought that was an opportunity for us to come away with some points, and it didn't happen. And then, at the end, they guys made plays. I mean, we brought pressure and played a little man coverage, and the quarterback was able to get the ball off, and they had guys that went up and made plays. But it was a good game. Came up a bit short. Looking forward to the next one against Pine Bluff, who's they're the champs, and they're going to be well coached and play hard. And I think this will be their first home game, so their fans will be excited, and their players will be excited to be back home and playing within the conference. So it'll be a huge challenge for us. We got to make that trip over there, and got to get our guys ready to play.
Questions for Alabama State head football coach Reggie Barlow.
Coach Barlow, I see Morrell, Pine Bluff commercial. Just in general, what problems did Jackson State present to you guys, and what problems do you shore up in preparation for UAPB?
All right, can you repeat that one more time? Sorry, I didn't hear it.
Oh, okay. What problems did Jackson State present against you guys, and what problems do you shore up in preparation for UAPB?
Oh, well, Jackson State, I mean, their guys, the problems were, on defense, their guys just, when you play man coverage, their guys, they beat our man coverage. They went up and made a play on the ball. They had about 7 explosive big plays, so that was the thing that, created an issue for us with the big plays that they made. And going against, UAPB, we know about, the quarterback there, and he's a great player, and they've always had big explosive receivers, so it'll be the same. Got good solid running back, so that'll be the challenge for us on that end, and trying to stop their offensive weapons as well.
Still taking questions for Alabama State head football coach Reggie Barlow.
Yeah, this is Roscoe Nance. How you doing?
Doing well, sir.
Good. Just talk about the East Division race. I know it's still early in a lot of games to be played, but being down to Jackson State, behind Jackson State by what amounts to 2 games, and how you look at the rest of the way and how you approach that.
Well, honestly, I'd hate to give you that coach's answer, but that's the best way to do it, is to approach it, one game at a time. And we tried to overemphasize to our guys. It was almost like a big time playoff game, for the Jackson State game, because if you win it, you know, you do sit yourself in a good spot, you know, and we knew that, and we overemphasized that to our guys. So, but our approach is just going to have to be, you know, one game at a time, and you know, and hopefully we'll win enough of them where we'll have an opportunity at the end to, you know, possibly play for it.
Well, do you make each game going forward like a playoff kind of game? Look at it like that, or is that putting too much pressure on?
Well, I think pressure, it comes with all of them. What, you know, whether you want them all and you're playing against a team that you know you're supposed to beat, there's going to be the pressure of, oh God, we can't let this team lose. Or if you hadn't won any, and it's the next game. So it, you know, the pressure is the pressure. And but I won't say it is any added pressure. It's you know, they all are really, really important because where we're sitting right now and how the schedule was shaped up for. So it almost is a playoff mindset because you can't stand to lose another one. So it is that extreme, and that'll be our approach. But it won't be any added pressure. It's the pressure of SWAC play anyway, you know. So that'll be the approach of it.
Okay, Coach. Thanks and good luck.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Still taking questions for ASU head football coach Reggie Barlow.
Hey, Coach Barlow, good morning. This is Charles Edmond from WPRL.
Howdy, sir.
Talk about the development and what you've seen in their quarterback, Benjamin Anderson.
Yeah, I like this guy. He's good. Obviously he's a guy that can make all the throws, has great size, seems to manage the game well for them. I thought the world of him last year prior to us playing him. And after watching him and playing against him, I thought even more of him. And obviously he's a guy that the team seems to rally around, and he's athletic. You know, he can keep plays alive, and you know, that's I mean, you win championships when you have guys like that. And he's a huge weapon for them. And obviously we're gonna have to figure out a way to, you know, get to him. And but he's a solid guy. He's done a good job of development. Well, Coach over there, Coleman, they've done a good job of developing the young man.
Obviously, Coach, the margin between wins and losses is very thin, and you all, you know, maybe a couple of plays away from being on the other end of the win-loss ledger. What's been the margin of difference in your mind in the first two games between 2-0 and 0-2?
Well, I just think it's a combination of, you know, our guys making plays. You know, we talk about third down opportunities. We were 2 for 13 on third down, and you know, we had some drops. We've had some drops in the first game and the second game that would have sustained drives. I think for me as a head coach, I got to do a better job of emphasizing or overemphasizing to all the people involved, coaches and players, you know, the small details and getting that extra out of them in the classroom, meeting room, as well as on the field, and continue to let them know how important these games are.
Thanks for your time, Coach Barlow. We're out of time. We appreciate it. We look forward to talking to you after your game with Arkansas Pine Bluff next week.
Yes, sir.